Hey guys, welcome back to 10 Minute Kitchen. Today it's all about muffins. So this recipe, so easy. It's one of my daughter's favorite recipes, blueberries and white chocolate. Really simple, okay? 110 grams of butter. You can just use an unsalted butter. 110 grams of caster sugar straight in. And then we're just gonna beat it now to a nice creamy paste. So, you know when it volumates and goes that like white and almost like soft and creamy and light texture? That's what we're looking for with this, okay? So we start off slow and then we spark it up nice and high. So while that's beating, you can get ready 2 eggs. I'm just gonna crack them into the bowl, just so then it's really nice and easy for you. You don't have to worry about getting any shell in it. There's no disaster. So now we're just gonna pop in the eggs. Try and just do 1 egg at a time. Let that work through. Once it starts to combine, just drop in the other egg. So it almost looks like it's gonna split. Don't worry about it, guys, okay? Absolutely fine, natural. The flour will rebind it and it will all come back together, okay? So here I've got 110 grams of plain flour and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So the baking powder is what's gonna give it that nice lift, that nice rise in the oven. So now we're gonna add this plain flour and baking powder. So just gently drop it in. And then you'll see it coming together really nicely. And then again, just let that work, let it come together. Probably needs about another 30 seconds, and it's done, guys. The most important thing with this recipe is, I know when we make muffins, you wanna have it, you wanna cook it, you wanna eat it, but it needs a little bit of time to rest. So you wanna pop the mixture in your fridge for about an hour at least. Ideally, 6 hours or overnight is better, but look, after an hour, they're still beautiful to eat. So give it at least an hour to rest in your fridge, and then you can whack it in your oven later. So that's the texture you're looking for, guys. That beautiful, light, creamy. This is about the point when my daughter starts going, "Daddy, Daddy, can I eat it now, please?" So now you just want to give it a really quick, just a fold, just to bring any of the bits from the edges into the middle. And then you're just gonna pop it into a bowl so it can easily fit in your fridge and rest for about an hour. Okay, now we've had our muffins resting for about an hour in the fridge. We're just gonna literally, you wanna preheat your oven to 180 degrees, okay? So it's nice and hot and ready to bake. And we're just lining these trays with some muffin molds. Should get about 6 to 8 out of this recipe. Okay, then you just wanna evenly divide the mix between the molds. Don't fill them too much, okay? You can always go back and add a little bit more, but obviously it's gonna rise in the oven. It's gonna grow, and you don't want it to spill over. This muffin recipe, this is blueberry and white chocolate, but guys, this is all I'm doing. I'm adding it in right now. So whatever flavor you want. You can make it strawberries, you could do raspberries, you could do milk chocolate. You can mix up this recipe. It's so versatile. I'm just going for about 5 blueberries per cake, and then chocolate sprinkled on top. And then that will just like crispen up and cook into it, but get that little almost burnt caramelized white chocolate flavor on top, which for me is one of my favorite ways to eat white chocolate. That's it, guys, nice and easy. We're gonna pop it in the oven now, 180 for 20 to 25 minutes. When it's ready, just poke a little cocktail stick or skewer in there. If it comes away clean, you're good to go. So here you go, my blueberry and white chocolate muffins. I could get all fancy and put these on a platter, but they never ever last that long, do they? Definitely not in my household. I want to give this a try, guys. beautiful, light, fluffy. So good, so tasty. Look, I could get fancy and have them on a platter if you've got friends coming over. They never last that long in my house. But if you want to make them for kids' lunches, keep them in Tupperware. They'll last for 2 to 3 days, really fresh, really tasty, and you can use them up that way. Whichever way you choose to eat them, I hope you enjoy.